This video is called Getting Symfony to Act as if my Mac is local. Remember that I had said that config.php and appdev, .php, which is the front controller for the development environment, that those are only accessible if I'm accessing my Symfony application locally. And by locally, that means that the web server that is serving up that web page is on the same local host or same IP address as the machine itself that I'm working in. In other words, the web browser, the web server, they are both on the same IP address. Okay? So that's the default behavior for this script. And this script is to only allow browsers running on the same IP address as the web server or the local host. So, how was I able to overcome this challenge? Okay, on Stack Overflow, I found an article, or a question that someone else had posed, which was the exact same question. And what was the answer for this problem? When a PHP script runs on the web server, there is a superglobal called server. And one of the elements of that superglobal array, the server superglobal array, is an element with the key called remote address. Okay? So if I run php info and find out what the value of server at the key remote address is, and I'm not going to tell you what that IP is that I found, but I found it. Okay, and then you go into each one of these scripts. There is a line of code which specifies, actually within a PHP array, it specifies all the IP addresses that the script is willing to accept. So what you would do is you would take that IP address that you found and you would put it in there. Okay? And then from now on, as long as your Macintosh or the computer where you're working on has the same IP address as seen by PHP, and PHP is running inside the virtual machine, okay? So if it sees that same address every time, then every time it's going to allow these two scripts to accept the HTTP request. Okay, so that's how I got this page, config.php, and I will just go forward to this next page, which was the appdev.php, okay? However, I did get errors, and I'll just, I don't know how to use Symfony yet, so, maybe I can't just type in the path to that file and have it just, bring up the front controller, okay? It has to be accessed through routing. Okay, that's why it says no route found. So, that's the solution to the problem.